All right, real quick, I wanted to come back and kind of add a part two to the research. This is something else that I built out for you because I thought it would be a little bit more helpful to have this as opposed to right now. You will have access to all these things. You're going to have all of these different sort of metadata pieces, but I thought it might also be good for you to have some research, like a research page that you can always reference. So if you go to the metadata section within the public copywriter brain area, you'll see copywriting workflow pages. And if you open that up, I'll go ahead and open up so you'll see the research and the brief, and you'll see one called templates. So this is the order we're going to go through: research, brief, and then you can choose a template for your copy. So go ahead and click on research. And again, I'll send you these. I think it'll be under here. You can just download a text file and you'll have all this. But this is basically all the things that you want to research for to write better copy, to really understand what it is you're going after. So we have the demographic research. So this is almost like a checklist item for you. So you've got, what are your audiences? Who's your avatar? Hopes and dreams, fears and failures. What are their belief systems? What are their internal drivers? And what are outside forces? These are things that you want to be looking for as you go. Then there's the existing products. What else is out there? So look for all the competitors, do a sort of market analysis, what opportunities are available. You can say I'm a little OCD. Testimonials on existing things. What are complaints about existing things, and are there any happy or horror stories? Like, look for things that could be great hooks. This is one that I find works extremely well, which is asking yourself what's unique. So about your product or service or the industry or whatever, is there a unique problem that you can identify that's not being solved? Is there a unique mechanism to solve it? Is there something new that your product or service does? Is there a unique selling proposition? Like, what sets the company apart? Is it customer support? Is it their cheapest? Is it they're the most expensive? What is their USP? Is there a unique characteristic that you can exploit from the founder or the creator or the owner? Something about them that's kind of just out there. Is there a unique discovery story? How was the product created? Is there a unique founder or product creator or owner story? Did they just have a unique story that might be cool to share? What else is unique about the product or service? Like, think about that. And then as part of that too, think about hooks. What hooks can you find? And remember, hooks can be emotional, they can be interesting, they can be curiosity, they can be anything that grabs attention. So ask yourself, what are some emotional hooks or stories? What are some interesting hooks or stories? What grabs their attention with curiosity, like startling or weird or just doesn't make sense? Like that does not make sense. Like if I were to have one that said like, I think that cardio makes you fat. Okay, that's crazy, right? But are there studies that show that? There actually are some that show that cardio can increase the storage of fat in the body due to cortisol, right? So there's these kind of weird things that jump out that might be able to pull in and grab people's attention. One of the things that works extremely well, are there any conspiracies? Like, what's out there, that you could blame it on? This kind of goes with that too. What can be blamed? Who or what can be blamed for their current problem? Because we always love to blame people. So is there a boogeyman out there that's the true culprit that caused whatever problem this product will fix? And then we have our classic product research. So this is especially good for physical stuff, but whatever you can learn about the product, you can bring that in here. Then you have your proof elements. This is very important. What are some proof elements? How can you prove it? And again, this is not the end all be all. This is just to give you a good start. Then under lead ideas, these are the 6 most popular types of leads. Read through these. I highly recommend you read the book Great Leads. I think it's by Michael Masterson, and just an incredible book, and it really shows you how to write a great lead. And then you have your ideas for headlines, and I actually put a video from me in there where I go over my 4 different types of headlines, and you can just click play and watch that. So this kind of actually gives you the structure for how to do the research section. So this goes along with the previous video, and you can just kind of copy paste. And again, you can have content open in the sidebar like this, and you can just drag it. And remember, if you click and drag, it'll copy it won't copy it. It'll actually drag the whole text, and then it'll be lost from its original source. So you have to use this thing down here, and you can always search and see what the proper keyboard shortcut is, or the worst case, you can copy paste the block ref and then bring that back here. All right. So anyway, I think that should give you a lot more help and really help tighten up the research section. And next we're going to move on to brief, where I've done the same thing for you, and I'll show you that in 1 second.